What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing? What's up, Diego? Give me a second. I'm getting them announcements out. I got home a little later than I would have liked to, cause of work. So need to get them announcements out. You know. Ugh. Oh. What's up, K-Total? What's up, Frigid? How was your days? Instead of giving you brain damage, I could have been playing Barony? No. I prefer giving you specifically brain damage. It's pretty hard, considering how damaged your brain already is, but... Look, you... you set me up for it, I'm just saying. What's up, Arcasia? What's up, Ra? Let's see. Almost all them announcements are out.
Asleep again. You've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Give me a second. I'm nearly done, I swear. I swears it. Dude, fucking... My brief look at Twitter today was an absolute shit show. I'm just saying. Dude, what is going on today? I don't know how to put that. But what the fuck is going on today? Mudrock, she alright, but like, she ain't all that. I know you don't know shit about this game and you just say Mudrock, because that's the one of the few names you know, I think. But still, she alright. You don't like what's going on, but you don't like it? Oh, you mean the Twitter drama going on? I'm not really a drama channel, so I don't know if I'm just trying to like chat about it. But there's some crazy shit going on. That's all I'm gonna say. Where is? Am I blind? Yes, I am blind. Don't answer that. Let's see. Oh, I'm not even talking about the artist one. Because the artist thing is the entire discussion on that's just stupid. If you don't like someone's TOS, just don't fucking commission them. Like, I'm just like it's stupid to put commercial rights on just posting the art. But like, if you just don't commission them, fuck them. And if they want to charge for that, that's the artist's prerogative. I don't think it's a good idea. But fuck it, bro. If you making your money and you don't need extra people, that's one way to keep some people away, right? It's about managing your like your profit to time like ratio, you know? I don't think it's I think stuff like that is more for like corporate stuff, right? Rather than like indies. If they so like putting that as a clause for like indie VTubers and stuff seems weird to me. But that's their prerogative, and if they don't want to work with some people by putting those kind of clauses, they're gonna turn people away, right? That's what I mean by don't want to work with some people. That's their choice. That's their choice. What's up, King Killer? Oh, I forgot to open tits. I'm sorry, Gravity. Give me a second. I'm opening tits right now. You saw the first one not go through. Why are you still yeeting? This fucking guy. The Twitch integrated throwing system. It's the thing that throws items at my head. That's the best way I can put that, right? It should be open now. There we go. Don't do it, Frigid. Restrain yourself. Oh, crack a pack. I thought you were about to do something else. I was about to beef with you. I thought we were gonna have beef. Oh, you son of a bitch. You know what? I feel like scamming you specifically is fine though. Smile. This is the last Journey Together pack we have, so you know, hopefully we get a banger here. Oh, I found some old Pokemon cards that I had, so I grabbed a bunch of them out. Code card to the side, and then let's see what we got. We got. If it'll focus, please, camera. Work with me. Coughing. Shuppet. Hops Corvisquire. And Sigilyph. I didn't know this was a Pokemon. I don't think I've seen this one. It's gonna be a blue bag. Regice. Hops Corviknight. Spiky Energy. That's my second Spiky Energy, I think. Druddigon. Druddigon's okay. Hops bag. Tapu Koko EX. I didn't even know this card was in here. And a steal. That's our last Journey Together pack. Tapu Koko EX. It doesn't seem that good. I mean, I could see a deck using this. 60 plus 100. 160? Never mind. That's too little damage. That's a max at 160 damage. But the art itself, I think it's pretty cool. No Hopsation? Yeah, dude, I don't know why. We hit one Hopsation, bro. What the hell? Really? One Hopsation and that's it? But worry not. That is not the last of our packs.
Sleep again.
I have
You've done a lot of
3
work
Scarlet
already,
and Violet
so
packs.
I'll let you have 10 minutes.
I have... Hold up. I have 2 151 booster bundles. So that's 12 more packs right there. And then... I've been hiding something from y'all. So... I said I have 3 Scarlet and Violets, right? 1, 2, 3. But I also have 4 Evolving Skies. No, I didn't get the life-size God of War. I'm not that crazy. But I do have 4 more Evolving Skies. Have a good night, Ra. Let me go ahead and use some sanity. What's up, A-Pip? Yeah, let me go and get this sanity used, and then we're gonna take a look at this freaking tier list that's impeccable and has no flaws, and definitely is not gonna make me question the creators of this tier list. Smile. I can't believe how expensive the Switch 2 is gonna be. I didn't look into it until like last week because I just didn't. But then I looked into it and I was like, why? Why would they do that? It just seems like a bad idea, I feel like. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to get a Switch 2 at that price, I'm gonna be honest. You should play Life-Size God of War instead. Oh my god. I hate it here.
1,000 moves in one breath.
You'll wait a few years to buy a Switch 2? That's probably for the best, right? See if the price goes down a bit. Hopefully it does, because if it stays at that price, I think it's very unlikely I'm gonna get a Switch 2 if it's gonna stay at that price. Yeah, I'm primarily a PC gamer anyways. So like I feel like getting a what's it called?
And sunder the tides theft.
I forgot.
Retract.
Like a Steam Deck would be a better fucking idea. Rather than, you know, buying a Switch 2.
This battlefield would do well.
After all this time.
Plus, I could use the Steam Deck for like what is it? I could use the Steam Deck to dual stream, right? Like like get a 2 PC setup going, because I know some people have done that, where they use the Steam Deck to either play the game, probably just to stream it though, right? They use a main PC to like play the game, and then the Steam Deck to Steam Deck to stream the onto the platforms. So like that would make more sense to me, it feels like, rather than paying that much for a Switch 2. Increasing price would be mental. Actually mental. Throwing for content, actually, if you think about it. Not, I'm not gonna say content's good, you know, but throwing for content for sure.
War. A word
Let me go ahead and start setting up this tier list, you know, like to get it on screen. I need to do that, and then I need to do one of these. I guess the bottom matters very little to show on stream, but whatever.
Much to learn yet.
Can you run tits on the Steam Deck? I probably could actually.
Wavering intent. Much to learn yet.
I probably could.
Unsteady posture. Wavering intent.
You want to talk?
Because you can launch the Steam Deck into like a Windows mode, where it's not just in like the what's it called? Steam Mobile or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. Big screen mode. That's what it is, right? You can launch it outside of big screen mode, so it's literally just a regular like PC in a sense.
You can't hammer with a sword.
Hold up. I'm putting drinks in my fridge. Smile. Oh, I forgot to eat that bean. Am I actually gonna scam you? Nah, I'll eat the bean. Give me a second. I just straight up forgot to eat the bean after I cracked the pack.
I plant you into the soil to grow anew.
I guess I won't scam you.
Copy the infinite
Okay.
with the tangible.
Drinks
Bring
are in
the
the fridge.
intangible to life.
I guess I would eat this terrible fucking bean. Oh, bandage or pomegranate? Sorry, old bandage or pomegranate. It's not just a regular bandage. It's got to be old.
Let's go. Take them all by storm.
What a pain.
Oh, let me grab one of them drinks. Oh God.
My rule is to balance your.
That's not good, man. That's not good.
Get up. There'll be no bending of the knee.
Who thinks this shit up, man? Who makes this shit? I just want to have a word. I just want to talk.
War.
Maybe commit a little bit of harm. You know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about that shit I saw on Twitter before we get into this tier list, right? Let's talk about that shit. Y'all see the? I know someone posted it in Discord. The fucking Pokimane saying "Eat the rich." That's fucking hilarious. Coming from one of the richest fucking people that came out of Twitch, right? Eat the rich. Fucking give her what she wants. Give her exactly what she wants.
Much to learn yet.
God damn. Eat the rich coming from someone who's so out of touch with her own fan base.
To let you go.
She's trying to sell overpriced cookies
The soil to grow
that she just
anew.
white labeled. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. You want us to eat the rich? Fucking give her what she wants. She is the rich, I'm just saying. And then, let's see, there was two more things that happened, right? Oh, for the tasting, they use like chemicals where like the text like, I don't know exactly how it works. I remember we Googled it, right?
Any of you like to
But
be
they
my
use like maybe not chemicals, but like I don't like I don't know. They test like the air and the molecules or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember exactly what it was to get the flavor of whatever the thing is, and then they just match that somehow. I don't understand how that shit worked though. But yeah, there was two more dramas. There was the Emiru one, and then the one I don't know very well, but I guess it's like a, I think it was like a Hololive artist. No, I don't know if they were officially like part of Hololive, but they made like a lot of Hololive art. And turns out they definitely scammed their fans in a sense, where this first part doesn't matter that much to me. They were acting like they were a girl when they were a guy. Kind of weird, but whatever. Like, you can act like a girl online, I guess. Sure. But they posted pictures of like a Thailand earthquake and was like, oh my god, like, you know, I need help and blah blah blah. And so they got a bunch of donations, but it wasn't they weren't a part of that. They just took the pictures off the internet from other people who were having, you know, like their lives torn apart by this fucking earthquake, and just used it for their own gain. So, you know, that's great. You know, what a great fucking human being. What a fantastic human being. And then I don't know if this third one's true, but I think I briefly read that they didn't actually draw their own art. I think it was their brother doing the art rather than the person. I don't know. That one I'm not entirely sure if it's true. What's up, Ralex? And then the Emiru shit. Oh boy, that's a fucking can of worms. I don't know if I'm trying to open. I don't know if I'm trying to. Maybe not on stream. I'll open that can of worms in Discord, but I ain't trying to open that can of worms here. that's. I ain't touching that with 10-foot pole, bro. We're gonna use our sanity, and then we're gonna get into this tier list though. Next should be, we just finished casters, right, last time? So we should be doing medics, supporters, and then specialists. I'm told I'm not going to like the medic tier list. So I'm very nervous to see why y'all were saying that. Because a lot of the other tier lists were pretty fucking bad.
Recon, strategize.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and fit them all in this stream. We're just gonna fucking pump them all out. They can't be that. There's not that many medics, you know. Surely I can go through them all. Surely.
Get up. There'll be no bending of the knee.
Pump it louder.
War. A word
Oh, I think we went for different songs. Either that or I don't remember. Oh, you know what else I forgot? I just dropped my phone. I have two more things I forgot, but I haven't decided if I'm going to open them or if I just want to have them in like my collection in a sense. But I do have a Journey Together Elite Trainer box. I'm not sure if I want to open it or if I just want to have it as like part of my collection, just as is. And then I also have an Iono's premium collection.
After all this time, you still tend to war for solutions.
It comes with like an acrylic standee and stuff. These are pretty common to find right now. So if,
after all this time,
I've been finding these a lot.
After all this,
I forbid your retreat.
And aside from that, remember I told you I went to the card shop? I mean, y'all knew I was going to card shop. Someone there bought one of those, and then they left all the acrylic shit. So I took the acrylics. They left all the acrylics. They were like, I don't want those. So I took them. So
With a setting
I
of
just
the
have
sun,
these also.
The brush draws up the peaks.
They just left them, and I was just like, yeah, cool, okay. I guess it's mine now. So I don't even need to open it to get the acrylics. The acrylic standees. I just get them. Oh, that shit's great. And then, like I said, I found some old Pokemon cards of mine. You know they're old because they're the gold borders, which means they're from older sets. And like this is when we had fairy Pokemon in the game still, or they added fairy Pokemon, right? So I have a bunch of Meryl's, some Azumarill, some Clefairies. Oh, why is this, like out of order? Hold up. Yeah. The Fables, the Floette, the Denes. But yeah, it's just older cards that I was like, oh, that seems neat. No, these aren't legal to play. These are just collection purposes, basically. Some Team Plasma, Electros, and Excavalier. Those are the only two Team Plasma cards I had, I think. So yeah, I was like, this is pretty cool, you know. And they're not printing them anymore either, obviously, because it's a dead set now, technically, right? Because the set, the run's over, right? They're not legal cards anymore, so I was like, I should sleeve them. So I didn't sleeve all of them, but like a lot of these aren't worth a ton. Like if I was trying to sell, but I think a good amount are just like worth $1. Just because rarity at this point, because like you just can't get them anymore. So I might keep most of them. Actually, no, I might keep like one of each and then just like bulk sell it to the card shop if they want it. I don't know if they would take it, but you know, I'll at least ask. Miss Maggie is one of your favorite Pokemon? Oh, not at all. Alright, time to get into this terrible tier list though. I'm sure I won't lose my mind more than I already have, right? I'm sure I won't lose my mind more than I already have with many aspects of this tier list so far. Right? I am filled with concern. I am filled with concern. How did my EX and CM stages go? Pretty well. I think I had to redo like maybe 1 or 2 of them at the very end. I think the last one I had to redo, right? Hold on. Did you know there's something might actually get caught, like medically be called Ligma? I think I don't know if I got baited by a Onion article. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it right now. Did I get baited by an Onion article, or was this actually real? I saw this like 8 days ago or something, like a week. Ligma could become a recognized medical condition thanks to one man's rare disease. This is from Dexerto, which they're not the smartest, I don't think. But this was apparently from the H3 podcast. A caller named Typo was featured as a special guest. He described this unique genetic disorder and the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity it's giving him. He explained he'd been ill for most of his life, but was only properly diagnosed after going to the hospital when he began to feel especially sick 5 years ago. After he got a full blood workup, the doctor said he had stage 4 cancer, but 8 biopsies and several invasive surgeries later, it was determined he was aging differently due to issues with his telomeres? Telomeres? I don't know how to pronounce this. So basically, that shit's supposed to be long and shorten as you age. But his shit was super short. And so he's just aging, like, it's causing him to age weird. So his cells need to stop dividing or die. So he gets to name it, I guess. So, you know. He thought about naming it Ligma, but I don't think it's officially been named Ligma. Smarter than Watch Mojo? I don't know if I would consider H3 very smart. I think H3 used to stand for something good, especially with like you know, like the false copyright lawsuit stuff that happened a while back. But he's surrounded himself by people who don't want the best for him and need the show to continue on. And so I think mentally he's been declining, and it's pretty sad. And the people who work for him can't do anything about it, right? Maybe that's a little too deep. Am I? Sorry. That wasn't supposed to get that serious. That's my bad. That wasn't supposed to get that serious. I apologize. I apologize. Anyways, let's get to this tier list. And ignore that shit I just went on, tangent I just went on. Okay, so last we were here, right? We went through Vanguards, which were pretty bad. Guards, which was pretty bad. Defenders, which had a cardinal sin. Like, the disrespect on Sari here is just offensive. Like, it's wrong. Snipers. Oh, they... Wait, did it change the tier list? This didn't say IS there before. Wait, they changed the tier list in the time frame it took me to fucking go through it all? Did anyone else get moved? Rita's still C-. Yeah, IS specific. They did mention in the introduction there might be like if IS was if they got IS modules that modified them greatly, they might put them on there. They did say that in the intro. They did say it in the intro. I'm trying to see if they have anyone else set up like that though. Defenders. Oh, they did add, you know. That disclaimer was meant just for Rosemontis? Probably. Crack pack? Sure, give me a second. Let me see if anyone got changed. Or maybe not changed, but any IS specifics that came in. So they removed Rosemontis. Oh no, Rosemontis is still down here. But they just added Rosemontis up here also. My tracking died because I need to disable Siri on my fucking iPad. Because Siri keeps activating and the tracking keeps dying because of it. Seven hours left, by the way. Oh shit, I didn't even think about the skins. Hold up. Wait. I forgot about the skins. I'm so glad you mentioned this. Is there anyone I want to grab here? I think I might grab the Blaze one. I know I really don't need it, but I might grab the Blaze one. Baselines look pretty good, but I literally don't use baseline. I'm not grabbing Papucar because fuck that bitch. Plus, I'd pay 15 maybe, but 18 is crazy, dog. 18 is crazy. Yeah. 18 is crazy for Papucar. Nah, that's just offensive. Alright, I'm gonna grab the Blaze one. I didn't intend on grabbing it. So I'm glad you fucking reminded me that the skins were coming to an end. You've been going through the stages for Prime, and unfortunately for DGen you got Dorothy. Okay, and then let me crack that pack. We're actually done with the Journey Together packs. We have 3 Scarlet Violet packs. We have 12 151s, and for you specifically, Flair, because you weren't here when I said it, we actually have 4 Evolving Skies. But we're opening the Scarlet Violet right now. Yeah. Go ahead and pop that bitch open. All right. What do we got? A Wattrel. It's not Iono's Wattrel. SMH. Krokorok. Mankey. Squawkabilly. The only Squawkabilly I ever see is the EX one, so I didn't actually know it was a regular Squawkabilly. Toadscroll. Cyclizar. Vitality Band. Another Squawkabilly. Another Cyclizar. Houndstone. Oh, focus, please. I don't know. I don't like the holos I got on this one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like Cyclizar. He looks a little too goofy to me. I get it's supposed to be like a bike, but still, like, it just looks a little too goofy for me to like it. Kinda mid-pool, for real, for real. Yeah, it's unlikely I'm buying these two. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Doctor, you seem well.
Bike Pokemon seems dumb. I agree. Who the fuck are you? What do you mean? What do you mean, Crow? What did I do? Huh? Okay, back to the tier list. So they added Rosemontis here specifically. Lapland's not out yet technically, so she shouldn't be on this tier list, and I find this offensive. No other IS? No other IS stuff, right? And then it should be medics next. Yeah, it's medics next. I can make out who this is on the right. So, okay. Let us begin. Didn't freak out over energy? Look. It's because I've been spoiled. You see, I saw some fairy energy and it's just not the same. Like, look, man. I've already seen like psychic energy a ton. But like fairy energy? Yeah, that's the shit, dog. Cause that shit's out of print. Alright. Hold up. Do I want this music or do I want main menu music? Let me check. We'll go with main menu music. Alright. On to the medics. There is no one in... Hold up. Let me do this to 200%. That's fine. There is no one in S tier, apparently. Or sorry, EX. So we just have an empty tier. We're going to ignore the fact that Kelsey literally does true damage. And that Aya literally is one of the most broken fucking medics in the game that invalidated every other medic, basically. That's not like a DPS medic, right? We're just going to ignore that. We're just going to ignore that. The fact that fucking Aya just straight up fucking heals everywhere on the map. And fucking reaches everywhere. And doesn't even need to worry about her range. Her range is fucking massive. She heals 2 people at once. Just heals over time. We're just gonna ignore all that. We're gonna ignore Kelsey's true damage.
You've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Kelsey uses 2 deployment slots, so she's Gigabad. Okay, so I better fucking see. What's her face? I better see Ling in F tier if that's the case. And yeah, Reed, honestly, I want to put Reed in EX. I'm gonna be honest. Because you activate her on some maps and like if you're on mobile, your shit just breaks. your phone just dies. So I don't know if I'd classify her in EX when you can't even use her sometimes. True, K-Total. Summoners so bad. Yeah, I feel like not putting one of these, at least one of these 2 in EX is a little weird. But not I will say an empty EX tier I think is probably fine. Because not like I feel like Aya goes in there. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Aya goes in there. Reed is above VX. Oh, you mean this one, right? Anyways. Oh, S tier is empty. S minus is... I see why y'all said I was gonna have a problem with the medic tier list. Why the fuck? Why are there 3 empty tiers so far, including EX, right? Why are there 3 empty tiers? Are we not gonna put any respect on Nightingale's name? Right? Nightingale kind of goes crazy, you know? Nightingale kind of goes fucking crazy. I'm just fucking saying. It's pretty fucking good. Yeah, Nightingale, like, if you don't want to put her in S+, at least put her in S. But I would put her in S+. I don't know if I'd say better than Aya. I think general usage-wise, Aya's gonna fucking... Aya's the best general usage medic. But, like... If you need Nightingale, she's gonna fucking carry your ass, right? Aya sent brute force over healing. Are you using GFL as a comparison? It's so funny. That's so funny. Scent's not good until she gets her special key or whatever, right? Scent needs her special key before like she gets actually good. I think Talops is overrated, so like not seeing her in S tier, I'm okay with that. That bitch overrated as fuck. I know people are gonna disagree with me, but your Scent's V1 and she's goated? Yeah? Well, my QJ's V4. Wait, is she 4 or 5 now? I think she's actually 5 now. Which means she does what Scent does. So it doesn't... I don't even need to get sent to V1. She just does what QJ does. QJ just does what Scent does, I mean, now. Go get my Tolo pots? Dude, I have Tolo selected and I'm getting QJ, dog. I have Tolo selected and I got a QJ. I'm trying to get to V3 Tololo.
Asleep again.
I'm trying to prep for Springfield. I swear. I swear.
I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Anyways, S and S minus are both empty. This is goofy as fuck. Move Aya up. Keep these two where they are. Put Nightingale here. I think I like Shining a lot, but I would put Shining lower than Nightingale. Because I don't feel like you need it as much. Tolo's breakpoints are 2, 4, 6. Oh, I thought it was 3. Because I thought 3 is where she turns... I thought her skill 3? Or ult. Or I guess her skill 2 or ult. It turns it into Hydra damage, right? Or am I misremembering? Was that V2 that does that? Because that's the main breakpoint you're trying to hit for the water team, right? Nightingale, Lumen, Warfan, and Tlops are all in A+. This is a sin. She goes up. She needs to be in the S tier. Nightingale's S tier. I don't give a fuck. Lumen? I'm not a huge fan of Lumen. But unironically, I think Lumen might go in S-. Because he cleanses debuffs from you. So like if you get stunned, he just unstuns you. And like, there's situations where that's fucking insane, right? I typically try... I don't have him built, and I don't use him. But for a general player, like, I don't use him because I don't need him, right? I can just brute force shit. Like, just straight up being legit, right? Yeah, Nightingale A plus is an absolute sin. Nightingale is S or S plus. Aya Alter not EX is crazy to me, and I feel like Kelsey should also be EX. Just 2 empty tiers, right?
Asleep again.
This is based on the
Done a
list
lot
where
of
the
work already,
best card
so
is red.
I'll let you have 10 minutes.
This is not a Watch Mojo tier list. What's up, Vane? I think Lumen should go in S minus because mechanically he's pretty interesting and could help a general user, right? Lumen's good, but there are certain enemies he's really bad at, and he ends up being outclassed. I'm just saying, like, I think his mechanic could just put him in a higher tier because there's situations where he might be able to fucking save your ass, right? I'm not saying it's gonna be common. But, like, it's the same reason I was saying I think Chiave, they put him in, like, Giga Trash tier, right? They put him in C+. But, like, unironically, I think Chiave might be, like, a B. A B? Or a B minus, just because, like, he can technically reduce resistance. And if you don't have Saria, I mean, you got to use what you have, right? So that's the same logic I'm using for Lumen. Funny, Bindcasters would drain all his S3 ammo and waste his skill. Yeah, but like, just fucking use Project Red. I think Warframe is really nice. Warframe is probably fine where she is an A+. But I would prefer her to be an S-. Because is she still the only healer that can do healing based off of target's HP? I value percent HP heals. Because you could heal more than someone else could because of that, right? And then obviously her skill 2, giving, you know, an attack buff is also pretty good.
Already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I'm not saying he's good against for general usage everywhere, right? I'm saying he has a niche where he could do really well. And because he has that niche, not like a niche as in like, oh, niche knights, right? But like, he fills a role that not everyone can fill. And I think if you're the only one that can do a certain thing, and that certain thing can bail you out, that gives you bonus points, right? Like, sure, Pepe can do it, but like, that's different, right? Whispering does it too? Yeah, but like, Whispering's bad. I'm kidding. Anyways, Warfare, I think probably S- though, at least, because she's just really good. She's just really good. Thalopsis, I've always said I think she's overrated as fuck. But this is probably respect on her name, right? She's probably at least S-. As much as I like to say she's overrated, it's not like Texas where I say not Texas Alter, regular Vanguard Texas. I've said Texas is overrated as fuck too since the beginning. But like, Talopsis actually has uses. So, yeah, as much of a hater as I am, S- is probably where she should be. And this is probably disrespect on her name. Huh? Perfumer is an A tier? Who the fuck made this tier list? As a Perfumer fan, who the fuck made this tier list?
Asleep again.
It's so bad.
We've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
It's so bad. She's goated. She heals Mudrock. No other caster does it. Yeah, she's not a caster. Got him. But yeah, this is just stupid. Let's be honest. This is just stupid. Why the fuck is Perfumer an A tier? Holy fuck. Wow. Shining an A- was Medic Amiya. I feel like this is immense disrespect on both of them, but more so on Amiya. Medic Amiya is like really strong, right? Medic Amiya is like giga strong. I don't mean specifically IS, but like even for regular stages. She does great damage. She does true damage. And she fucking does a ton of healing. Like, this might be me overvaluing true damage, right? I won't argue. Maybe I am overvaluing true damage. But that shit's like really good, right? Do we really want our medic to be a DPS? If you're gonna use that argument vein, we should also put Reed Alter in like at least fucking D tier. Here's my thoughts on that though, Vayne, right? Here's my thoughts on, do we really need our medic to be a DPS? Medics have, in general, been super invalidated throughout the entirety of Arknights, right? Because healing defenders exist. And why would you use a medic when you could use a unit that both heals and blocks units?
So I'll let you have 10 minutes.
More so if you want a DPS, you're not choosing Medic Amiya. Here's my argument against that specifically then. There are situations where a general player who doesn't have every unit in the game available to them will have Medic Amiya available. A medic for a general player who is having difficulty with a boss, having an option that does true damage and heals is gonna come into play. Like I said, I might be overvaluing true damage in general, but I think this is immensely like disrespectful. I mean, she does arts damage, obviously, but like I just mean like she can do true damage, right? Sure, it's a one-time use, but like usually you only need it one time. Yeah, Medic Amiya is really just a better caster Amiya, if you think about it. Her talent's also goated. What was her talent? I literally don't even remember off the top of my head. I guess I can just look it up. Give me a second. Amiya. Maybe you just hate true damage because you hate using Kelsey. Well, you also shouldn't use what is it? You also shouldn't use basically Virtuosa or anyone else that does, you know, necrosis. Because that's basically true damage. When deployed, all allied units have max HP plus 10%. While skill is active. All allied units recover HP per second. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty fucking good.
Asleep again.
Cliff Art's the only true damage you need? What do you mean?
Already, so
You're just
I'll
gonna
let you
ignore
have 10
Nightmare
minutes.
plus Weedy combo? What's fucking wrong with you? I'm kidding. Imagine someone using that combo unironically. But yeah, I think this is super disrespectful on towards Amiya. There's the percentage HP healing that I praise so hard, but like, it's a little different because Warfare is like burst percent, like a large amount, while this is like heal over time, right? Hots are nice, but it's not the same, right? But I'm not gonna say it's bad because it is still good. It is still good. So far, this entire medic tier list has been a shit show. I think this is such a sin. A plus Nightingale. Why the fuck is Perfumer an A, dog? How the fuck is Perfumer higher than Shining and Amiya? Mulberry Honeyberry B plus. With the existence of Aya Alter, I feel bad for, you know, all the elemental medics. Because you just can't compare and you unto her, right? Amiya, sorry, Aya Alter is just too good at it, right? So like, the tier list for wandering medics specifically is like giga skewed. I feel like, because like, if you compare any of them to Aya Alter, they're all in F tier. I think technically Honeyberry's slightly better than Mulberry though, right? Where the fuck is Herald? Wait, is it Honeyberry technically a little bit better than Mulberry? We got empty tiers.
Asleep again.
I'm just saying we could have used we could have separated this two, right? We haven't also weird for this tier list. We haven't seen any chain medics. I mean, at least they know that much. Chain medics suck. B. Silence and B is just wrong. Yeah, silence and B is just wrong. Because silence is like really good. Mulberry and Herald are best at healing burst elemental, but Honeyberry is better sustain. I see. Okay. Yeah, silence I think definitely goes in at least A minus, maybe A plus. Because silence for a release unit, I think she's still super relevant. Obviously, like I don't use her, but like for people who have her and don't have like Ialter or something like that, or don't want to use Ialter for some reason, like silence does great. She's basically global healing, right? It's same thing with like Ialter. It's not technically global healing because you have a cooldown. Yeah, her versatility's insanely high. Putting her in B is just stupid. Susuro, previously Susuro was I say previous because I'm pretty sure Aya outdoes her outdoes her now, but like Susuro used to be like technically the highest healing per second during skill activation, right? There's situations where you might just need a ton of healing for a brief period of time. Because I think they can only use their skill twice? I think they have that limitation. But the fact that they can pump so much healing is probably a little valuable. I don't know how much I would value it, but I feel like I would put it higher than Pure Stream. Herald, I've heard is pretty good. And like K-Total was saying, you know, Herald pretty good at burst healing elemental. Kind of feels wrong to put him this low, right? Kind of feels wrong. Tuya, literally do not know what this bitch does. Tuya, you are just a plain old medic? Well, actually, Crow, they're not looking at niche knights. Sorry, advanced niche knight players. The bias is so fucking there, bro. Advanced niche knights. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Fucking go keep sucking your own dick. Anyways, Tuya. Immediately heals target, grants them a barrier. I value barrier, but I don't know how good her barrier is. Infinite duration skill for her second skill. Attack up, heal only allies with less than 50%? Oh, when they fall below 20%, immediately heals them for 300% of TS attack. Oh, this is weird. Skill ends when it triggers 3 times. This is weird. I don't know if this is good. Yeah, it's interesting. I guess a good way to think about it is like a healing defender, huh? Tuya's skill 1 can give up to 1k HP barrier. Very good in chapter 10. I see. I see. I feel like her skill 2 is pretty interesting though. I don't personally I don't think it's very good for a medic. Like for a healing defender, I think it's pretty good, right?
Sleep again. You've done a lot of work
But, like,
already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
I don't know. Her skill 2 seems pretty good. Two-year barrier overrated because you can't control its target. Yeah, you can. Just put one person in range. Or only activate it when you want the person to get the barrier to activate. Yeah, it's manual. So when only that person's damaged, activate. Bam. Controlled, loser. Tia, honestly, probably fine where she is though. I do think she's better than C tier. Just reading this, right? I think she's better than C tier. She's probably doing more than the bare minimum to exist. I think her skill 2 is pretty interesting. Breeze, Paprika. I have no opinion on either of these. I feel like the bottom of his medic tier list is... I'm just going to have no fucking opinion on these units. Gavial's not bad, though. Right? Is she really C? I know I just said I have no opinion, but, like... I don't know. I feel like Gavial was not bad. But maybe that was... I guess that was the beginning of the game when I was using Gavial. Yeah, she's probably pretty bad. She's probably pretty bad. But, like... Gavial is one of the best single-target medics. Yeah, I feel like she was really nice, like, in the beginning of the game. Falnick deserves better. Because skill 1 is funny. She throws the bombs, right? Can keep crushers alive? Naruhodo.
Asleep again.
I see something I already
Done a lot
disagree
of
with
work
in this
already,
corner.
so I'll let you have 10
I'm just gonna... Oh, bombs are skill 2. Wait, which one's skill 1? Is that where she just puts out a Healy thing? I don't even know what Falnick does, to be honest. I just know she throw things. Oh, she gets more range. Interesting. Oh, she just gets more range. That goody slander placement? Look, I'm just saying, there's a lot of maps in the game where there are water tiles, but they don't count as water tiles for the purposes of Ceylon. I'm just saying. Ceylon's like giga bad. We've seen water tiles that don't count as water tiles for Ceylon. So, like, it's super inconsistent. In the few instances where you're like, oh, maybe Ceylon will be good, she's not, because she doesn't count. I think Mur's better than bare minimum. I think Mur's pretty good, actually. And then Chestnut? What is Chestnut again? I feel like I've read Chestnut's skills before. Chestnut is Wandering Medic. Yeah, you know, no matter what, I think Wandering Medics get higher than at least C. I think Wandering Medics get at least C+. Because, turns out, Elemental Healing is really good. Elemental Healing is really good. And if you don't have Elemental Healing, like, some mechanics, you're just fucked. It's over, bro. You're just giga fucked. You just can't do anything.
Asleep again.
So yeah.
You've done a lot of
Yeah.
work already.
Skill manual burst skill 1 lets him get away with a lot. I see. Perform a heal with elemental injury recovery increased to 300%. Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. That burst is pretty good. 300% is not bad. Like, he's not very high, but like, 300 is not bad. And then skill 2 gives him like an Ifrit range, except smaller. It's just a line? What? Attack speed up when healing the same target multiple times. Healing effect and elemental injury recovery are increased to 150%. That's so funny. I think his skill 2 is giga bad, but it's actually kind of funny. I like it. I kind of like it. Yeah, 70 SP cost. And it lasts 35 seconds. I'm not gonna say it's good, but I do think it's funny. Medics are hard to properly rank. I mean, Crow, it's not that hard to see that Nightingale was probably higher than A+, I feel like. I feel like it's not hard to say like, oh, yeah, her cages are really good. And then her skill 3 activation is giga good. Is there anything lower than C-? No one's in F tier. Bless me. Okay. Yeah, the medic tier sucked in general. Yeah, Nightingale is at least S-, but I think probably S. I'd even put her in S+. You remember making it all the way to Tallulah without ever E2ing a medic? That's what I'm saying though, right? That's why medics have to do damage now. Because healing defenders absolutely fucking were just a better unit to bring than a medic. Don't forget that Quercus is almost a better medic than half. I don't even know what she does, so. She's what forced you to build your mechs a bit more. Alright. Supporters are next. Angie is EX tier and IS specifically. What? What is Angie's IS? Did she get an IS module? What the fuck are you on? Did she get an IS module? She must have. Oh, she got an IS module. I see. All enemies -1 weight level. All allies attack speed in integrated strategies +7. Oh, sorry. Attack speed +7 for all allies. In integrated strategies, while enemies being shifted or in levitate state, receive 60% of attack as arch damage every 0.5 seconds. I see. When skill is active, Angie levitates enemies for 3 seconds. When attacking levitated enemies, refresh levitate effect. Oh! I didn't even know about this. Wait, that's super strong. What the fuck? I didn't know she got levitate. Wow. That's actually scary. But I will say not putting Virtuosa in the X tier is an absolute sin. You're telling me you don't think Virtuosa should be in the X tier? She does true damage. Necrosis is true damage. You it's essentially true damage, right? Like, you, huh?
Done a lot of work already.
There's a note for Ling?
10 minutes.
Where do I see the notes? Ling has always been unique and tier lists. When the EX tier was first concepted, she was an obvious inclusion. However, the EX tier is now even more powerful than it used to be. So she fits in oddly there. She makes more sense than S+. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Ling is just still really strong. I don't think it matters how strong IS and Angie is in IS, because we're not making a tier list for IS specifically, right? This is a tier list for general usage, not specific game modes. So for general usage, Ling is still really good, right? I'm a blue woman hater. I ain't gonna lie, right? I'm a blue woman hater, but like not putting Ling in EX because, oh, well, you know, Angie's really good in IS is a stupid fucking thing to say when we're not, the tier list is not supposed to take that into account, right? Yeah. They're not supposed to take side content into account, like side game modes. They specifically said it, unless they changed it since we last read this, right? They may have changed it since we last read it. They've changed some things already, right? Scotty, I feel like S+ is probably fine though. These two are definitely misplaced. Scotty just does her job really well, I think. Yeah, they keep the general. They also did that with Rose Montes, right? So I was pretty sure Angie was going to be here somewhere in the list also again. Yeah. Suzerain. I think Suzerain probably also deserves S+. Because, like, that debuff is really nice. There's been situations where I've used Suzerain, right? Scotty overrated here, not gonna lie. I think you're entitled to have that opinion. But maybe bias from me, I like her. So put her there. Suzu is niche in your opinion? I disagree. I think Civla Eterna should be in the same tier as Scotty. I was disagreeing with the Suzu is niche, but though. I think Suzu's super good. Not many times you really need to bring her, but she's gonna do her job fucking very well when you need her, right? It's the same thing where I was saying for like Lumen, right? I don't think Lumen's a very good medic, but like there's gonna be situations for a general player where they're gonna need that cleanse, and I think it's gonna be the same thing for Suzerain. Most of the time, you're not gonna need Suzerain, I think, right? But when you need her, she's gonna go fucking crazy. Right? Suzu's heals, yeah, her heal's also super nice too. That's not even something I was thinking about though. By the way, what's up, Cubic? I didn't say hi to you, did I? you joined in, but I forgot to say hi. Suzu's skill 2, yeah, dude, I love using Suzu's skill 2 just for AFK shit. Just fucking brain off. Yeah, but Crow, that's the thing. Even though like I think of myself as like a general player, right? Rather than like someone who goes hardcore on certain things. But like our rosters are so big at this point, and we have units that are so strong. It's like we don't think about Suzerain as much anymore. But for a general player, I feel like Suzerain is gonna enable them to do things that they can't normally do. And I think she does that very well, and goes into S+ for that. You used to bring Angie around because of her regen? Yeah, but regular Angie's not EX. This is IS specific, you have to remember. I think Civlight is a side grade to Scotty. So I think if we want... I'm comfortable putting Scotty in S+. So I'm comfortable putting Civlight in S+. Gnosis, I think, is giga overrated. I'm gonna be honest. This man's overrated as fuck. I built him, and then I was like, damn, I don't even use this man. This guy's not that good. I guess, in a sense, if you need the freeze, though, he is gonna save your ass, right? As much as I want to shit on him, I think if you need the freeze, like just like I was saying with like Lumen and all that, right? He is gonna do his job really well. So I think he's at least S. I don't think he's S-. He's at least S, right? Well, they said we're not looking at teams, but we are looking at modules, right? They said we are looking at modules. And if we look at his modules, 10% enfeeble, 30% fragile, freeze. Enemies within range receive double fragile effect. Sorry, frozen enemies in range receive double fragile. That means that's a 60% fragile. Which, remember, fragile amplifies physical arts and true damage.
Asleep again.
And then what's his other one
Done
do?
a lot of work already, so
When
I'll let you
elite
have 10
or
minutes.
leader enemies within attack range, increase SP recovery, grants resist, and attack to all. Okay, this one's bad. Don't do that one. Don't get his mod Y. But yeah, his mod X is giga crazy, right? And yeah, guaranteed freeze is pretty good. It lets you survive things that you shouldn't. You get away with some shenanigans, right? It's like a shittier version of Nymph, right? It's a shittier version of Nymph. But if you don't have Nymph, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I say shittier version of Nymph because Nymph also does Necrosis, which then turns into true damage. Because Necrosis is true damage. A lot of bosses are immune to freeze. No one is immune to fear. Also true. But you might need to not freeze a boss, but like you might need to freeze like the giant golems, right? The rock golems. Motherfucker about to fucking one punch you, and you just freeze him real quick. And then it resets his animation. So he's got to charge up his punch again. And then if he has enough attack speed, he could technically infinite stall, right? I don't know if he can actually do that to a rock or not. But like, if he gets that much attack speed against those guys, that's not bad.
Sleep again.
I don't think he does though.
You've done a lot of work.
I want to clarify that.
I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Most bosses now are more like solving a puzzle, so you can use the freeze for other enemies. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I do think Inos is at least S tier probably, just because he seems pretty good, right? And this again, Civlight I think is a side grade to Scotty. And this is pretty disrespectful. You hate the sound their little crystals keep making. I love when things make too much sound. Stainless. I think Stainless is pretty interesting, but it's probably A+ is probably fine. I don't think it's an S tier unit, but I don't have Stainless, so my opinion's just based off of what I think. But I've heard good things about him, so I could understand why the ceiling of his potential is this high. Shamare, I hear, is really good, but I don't actually see people use Shamare. I've heard a lot of talk of Shamare. I've never seen usage of Shamare, I feel like. This guy? What? Am I wrong? I don't see this bitch getting used. The user doll? Okay, buddy. Get out. I do hear she's good, though. I did at one point want to build her, but I just kept putting it off, and now I haven't built her still. You don't need Shamare because there's so much Unga now, but the doll is still cracked? Yeah. I've heard it's really good. Yeah, minus 50% of attack. Placed anywhere. It's a good debuff. It's a really good debuff. Magellan and A. I don't really like summoners. Let me think. I'm not a huge summoner fan, so there's a lot of bias coming from me. I think with the way the game has scaled lately, she's not very strong, right? Yeah, but like that means nothing to me really, Frigid. I'm gonna be honest. She can stall super well though, right? She gets bind, right? It's not freeze, it's a bind. Deep color's dog shit. She's not even on my radar. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maggie is Ling skill too? Yeah, that's my main issue with summoners, Cubic. Because, like, why the fuck am I using an entire, like, multiple slots for summoner and her summons, or their summons, rather than just bringing another unit that has their own skill I can now activate. It just doesn't feel that good to me. I know some people really like summoners, but it doesn't fit my playstyle at all, because I just like activating a lot of abilities. But the issue with Deep Color is, like, she doesn't get her summons back, right? Does she have a module that gives her summons back? I can deploy Grapple 50 times. Deep Color, I gotta retreat her and then redeploy her if I want her fucking tentacles back, right? You like summoners because they give extra units to place in games? Oh, you like summoners usually because they give extra units. Yeah, and Arknights, the fact that they fill a slot is really weird to me. Like the summons themselves.
You've done a lot of work already. So
like even Kelsey, I think Kelsey is super strong. But even Kelsey she's basically a summoner, right? Like even that, I basically have to look at monster as a separate unit that's just tied to Kelsey. You have 7 or 8 tentacles. That's way more than enough to stall time. Okay. I don't know. Still, I don't know, man. I don't know. Scene. I have no opinion on Scene. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I have no opinion on Scene. I have Magellan M9, by the way. Is she M9 or M6? Let me double check. I have Magellan M6, by the way. Scene is budget Ling, but has Invis reveal. Invis reveal is... Oh, I have borrowed a Scene for Invis reveal. Now that you mention it. I've actually borrowed a Scene for that. I kind of like the Summoner Vanguards, personally, Crow. I kind of like them. But I do think the summons are pretty bad. I think Scene's probably fine in A-. Just because the Invis reveal. Because I think Invis reveal is very strong. If you don't have other units that can do it, right? Like, if you didn't have Silver Ash in the early games, damn, that sucks, bro. That's all I gotta say about that. Damn, that sucks. Should have fucking pulled Silver Ash. But like now, there's a lot of options, right? But even then, you might not have those options. So if you have Scene, it's really good. It's really good. Angie B+. I think Angie's at least A-, right? Scene gets away since she's free. That's also true. She was free. I didn't even think about that. Jessica and Liscard. Wait, Jessica got Invis reveal? I didn't. Oh, Jessica Cat. You meant the Defender. You meant the Defender. I thought you meant fucking Sniper, and I was like, what? Oh god. This card, I think, is just super good, though, right? This card's strong, unironically.
Asleep again.
Like effect-wise.
Already, so I'll let you have
like
10 minutes.
the get hit, give SP is just really strong, I think. Angie is, I think, probably A-, at least. I don't know what Silence does. I feel like I've read her skills like twice, but I've forgotten what she does. You are telling me Quercus is... I don't even know if I'm saying her name right. But I hear you're telling me she's really good. Deals arts damage. When skill is active, attacks instead restore HP of allies. So she attacks? Oh, she's an Abjurer, I see. She attacks, but when you activate, she heals. Interesting. Oh, she gives SP with skill too. She seems pretty interesting. I personally would never use her. But this seems not bad. And she gives Sanctuary to anyone in range that has more than 70% of HP. And Sanctuary's a pretty nice effect, I think, right? Because of talent, Bobbing can proc Burn with skill 1 easily, and Burn destroys Sanguinarch slugs. I see. Rain make a song EP tier list to really screw his people. I'm just gonna put everything in F tier and find the worst one and put that one in S tier. Deranged behavior from Rain EV2. Let me check what Silence does. The fuck does Silence do? She's also an Abjure.
You've done a lot
Sanctuary.
of work already, so I'll let you have 10
Increases
minutes.
allies. As the Sanctuary goes up as HP go down. Interesting. Skill 1 is just attack. Skill 2, attack speed up, can deploy a support drone. After the deployment, allies near the drone gain 3 times the effect of talent 1. Self-destructs when skill ends or she retreats. Skill 3, gain attack, effective units talent 1 increases. Once per skill activation, can prevent an operator from dying? Seems kind of goofy. I think immortality is interesting. She is like a pseudo Spectre in a sense, right? But like, I don't know. I guess she could be useful. Yeah, she could be useful. I don't know if I would use her myself. Her skill timings are shit. Well, her skill 3 is 30 seconds, which is pretty short, I feel like, for the effect. It's 30 SP cost. Her skill 2 is 24. It seems pretty short. Is it bad? It lasts 12 seconds. Her skill 3 lasts a minute. Oh, you can only use it twice, though. I mean, you only use Spectre like twice at most anyways, right?
Asleep again. You've done a lot of work already.
She seems
so
real
I'll
interesting.
let you have 10 minutes.
I don't know how strong she is, but she seems interesting. I'll say that much. I feel like the cheat death could come in handy for a general player. But I don't know where I'd place her. Because that's just not something I've ever considered using, right? I don't even think about using Spectre these days, right? Like, I would look at Spec Altar, I guess, but like even then it's like I'll just Surtur it. It's basically a cheat death. Orcus can literally replace most of your medics. I haven't seen her in action, so I can't agree or disagree with that statement. But you seem very adamant that she's good. So I would like you to replace all your medics with Corcus. And you are no longer allowed to use medics now. This includes healing defenders. I'm sure she's good. I believe y'all, don't worry. I believe y'all. I just haven't ever really seen her in use, so I can't give like a solid opinion. And same as bobbing, really. I've never seen them in use. Mayor, I think, is pretty bad. But I know early game people are like really into it. Isn't Velarkfin like giga bad? Wait, isn't Velarkfin like giga fucking bad? Am I crazy? Oh, was I misremembering something? I feel like I tried to use someone and then it did nothing. Who was that? Who was I trying to use before? This was, I think it was on Seismic's account. Was it not Velarkfin? I feel like I tried to use someone on, and then he just did fucking nothing. I must have been misremembering who it was. You don't even know her? Who was I trying to use? I have to be misremembering then. I must be misremembering then. Because I just remember fucking... I don't remember who it was then. Never mind. Anyways, I was mixing up my units then. Yeah, I guess the fact that it's necrosis should include me in that she was probably going to be good though, because necrosis is 2 damage. You can't convince me otherwise. Proviso is goated in the base. She's pretty good in the base. I'm not gonna. You're right. You're right. But I don't think we're talking about the base when on the tier list, right? Podenko probably is fine where she is. I feel like Mayor's kind of bad though. I could be wrong. No, she's a fucking ritualist. Permanix, Heidi, Catherine, Roberta, Deep Color. I legit have no opinion about any of these units. You could place them anywhere under A tier and I wouldn't care. They're actually otters, not dogs. This whole tiers criminal, Cubic. Have you seen the other tiers? Have you seen the other tiers? I just need to make sure, right? They're actually AT-AT. Okay, buddy.
Asleep again.
Holy fuck, you're modding?
Gotta work
Where is
already,
Estina?
so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
That's a good point. Where is Estina? Estina's not that bad, right? No, she's kind of bad. Right? Wait. She gives a minus defense. It's not that bad, right? Wait. It's not that bad. You can get some use out of Estina, I feel like. Catherine give Ops 1k HP barrier. Yeah, but like... Oh. Thanks for the follow. Did I just get an alert twice? Huh? Winter Sakura Fox Gaming. Wow. I'm gonna call you, deranged name time. Raffo. No, I'll call you fucking probably Winter. Thanks for follow. Yeah. Catherine, what was I saying? I started saying something about Catherine, but I completely forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be honest. It's rain brain syndrome. I'm just a simple slime. I have one brain cell, man. Oh yeah, her barrier seems pretty neat, right? I read her skills when we got her for free, right? It seems neat, but I don't know how strong it is, but it does seem interesting. Max HP is an underrated stat. Probably true. I think barrier is a very strong ability. The question is how high it stacks. And like if you how useful it actually becomes in execution, right? But I think she's not terrible. But I haven't used her, so like that's why I have no opinion about units in this tier. Actually, wait, isn't Premix not bad either? What did Praminix do? Let me double check what Praminix does. I haven't read her shit in God knows how long. What are you eating at me for? Defense and resist down. She's not terrible. But I think I'm probably fine with her B minus. She's not great, but she's not terrible. So, oh, she gets freeze now. I didn't think about that. I'd bump her up for a freeze. I don't think freeze is very good by yourself. You need a team to make a freeze good. But like, if you're gonna bring one freeze, you're probably gonna bring at least 2 freeze, right? I think she gets bumped at least 1 tier for the freeze. Actually, wait, resist shred's pretty strong though. Resist shred's pretty nice. Resist shred is pretty fucking nice. Nah, at least 1 tier. I'd be okay with putting her 2 tiers higher. B plus. You think Catherine Berry gets to 14 to 1500 HP or so? You're not sure? Oh, you're not 100% certain on those mass? Okay. That's not bad at all. And you know what? Catherine probably gets bumped at least 1 too. The others I have no opinion on. Astina and Sand Reckoner in C+. I think Astina is at least B minus. Astina's not that bad, right?
Asleep again.
Let me check what Sand Reckoner does.
Done a lot of work
Sand
already, so
Reckoner.
I'll let you have 10 minutes.
What do, you little bozo? Summoner, I put him in F tier. Anyways, sorry. Let's see. Can summon 5 Clockwork Foul Beasts. Foul Beasts and Sand Reckoner deal more damage to machine enemies. Sand Reckoner, skill 1. Gain attack speed. Skill 2. Obtain 1 summon. Summons gain attack. Prioritize attacking heaviest to enemies. Also slow. Doesn't seem that interesting. I'm gonna be real. This is not that interesting. This seems kind of bad. How many machine enemies are there? Hold up, let me double check something. Where did we put racist? Where did we put racist? B minus? I don't think machines are that common. So putting Sand Reckoner below the racist is probably fine, right? Think of Sand Reckoner as global range Orchid. Oh, so like F tier then. Never mind. Put him in F tier. Go back to what I originally said, baby. I like Sora, but I don't think she's a good unit, right? Don't you want 5 Orchids? Dude, I don't even want 1 Orchid on the field.
You've done a lot of work already.
I gotta ask, do the summons take deployment slots? If the summons take deployment slots, that motherfucker giga F tier. That man might be lower than F tier if it's just 5 Orchids. It might actually, you might actually be hurting yourself more by bringing Sand Reckoner. You're making your entire team worse. Oh yeah, Sora does sleep. Sora does do sleep. Sleep is pretty strong. Sleep is a really good stall, right? Are bosses immune to sleep? I gotta ask because I don't use sleep a lot. Are they? Did he get immunity to sleep? Even I guess sleep's good even if like against regular mobs and stuff, but a few but most aren't. Okay. I know sleep is pretty good. What was the X tier? Oh, don't worry. EX tier was a not Ling or Virtuosa. It was just Angie, but only for IS. the duality of man. We got Cubic saying Lucilla in C tier's criminal. And then we have K-Total saying Lucilla could be F tier. The duality of man. Let me read what Lucilla does. Let me read what Lucilla does. I like Lucilla's design. You think it's bad? Oh, you mean... Sorry. You didn't mean her looks. My bad. Glaucus, I think, is pretty interesting. Stunning. She's stunned, right? Against flying. She's like anti-drone. But I think that's pretty niche. Just bring a sniper dog.
Asleep again.
Just bring a sniper dog.
We've done a lot of
Lucilla's a
work already,
hexer.
so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
I see. Applies fragile to enemies that are not elite or leaders. Oh, that immediately makes me not that interested in her. Because, like, why the fuck are you not gonna apply it to elites or leaders? Like, those are the ones I want you to put that shit on. That's what I want you to do that shit on. Why the fuck aren't you applying fragile to those fuckers? But we got CC, Reclamation, Rosemontes, and IS where non-elites were also scary. Yeah, but like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I feel like in general, I don't know how useful like, if you need a debuffer, you're usually gonna bring them against the boss, right? Your brain stopped registering new 5 stars. Honestly, same. I'm not even gonna lie. 5 stars on my radar are super uncommon. I feel like Lucilla's probably fine where she is. Sorry. 5 stars only remembered if wife, probably. Can we plant grain buds? No. Grain buds is a decal binder. Yeah, not interested. I have no opinion about grain buds. Earth Spirit in C-. Doing the bare minimum? I don't know. I feel like she's doing a little less.
Asleep again.
I feel like Tsukinogi in F tier after that last CC is kind of wild, but it did say we're not looking at CC. Because like Tsukinogi was like giga good for that, right? Her detection kind of fucking came in giga clutch. I feel like invis detection is pretty good. Tsukinogi tanks to fireballs, at least B tier. She doesn't seem that bad. The fuck does Deer do? That's a great question. I could not answer that. Deer is an abjurer. Deals arts when skill is active. So she heals when skill active. Skill 1 is attack up. Skill 2 is attack speed. Gain ranged physical resist. HP ratio required to activate this unit's talent is increased to 100%. So there's Sanctuary. Wait, Sanctuary effect to allies with less than 40% HP. So where skill 2 makes it so Sanctuary is applied when over 40 HP also. Yeah, I don't know. She seems kind of bad. She seems kind of fucking bad. 19 physical block? Is physical resistance block? I guess that makes sense. It seems pretty bad though. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know, man. Seem kind of bad. Seem kind of bad. Put him in the dirt. And then Windflit, I have no opinion on. I don't know what Windflit does. How you doing, Light? The fuck does Windflit does? Artificer. Okay, what's your gimmick?
Asleep
What's your
again.
deal, bro?
You've done a lot of work already, so
You give
I'll let you
attack.
have 10 minutes.
After equipping people. Skill 1. Next attack deals physical to all ground units in the 8 surrounding tiles. Restores 1 SP to anyone equipped with a battery. 3 charges. Interesting. Skill 2. Attack interval increases, so he attacks slower. Attack up. Attack talent bonus increased to 2 times. When the skill ends, gain 1 battery. I don't know how good this unit is. Oh, we already passed by Roberta. Don't worry. Winflet doesn't seem like an F tier. I feel like Winflet could... I don't think Winflet's very good. I want to specify that. But I don't think he's an F tier. Battery is a really good effect. In general, I think. Oh, and you can stack the... Oh, I didn't know you could stack. Yeah, but like, you're not gonna ever bring Winflet by his fucking self-gravity. Don't say stupid shit. That's just really stupid. Like, you're not gonna bring him on his own. What? What do you mean? What do you mean he's not good on his own? No shit. He's trying to buff someone else so they get good. Yeah, but like, saying like, oh, that's like saying Suzerain is really bad because she debuffs, and like by herself that debuff does nothing. So like that's just bad. Like that just makes no sense, right? Like 80 plus 80% attack to 1 caster supporter. That's not bad. There's some good casters out there, right? There's some good casters out there like Nightmare. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Winflet's he's not F tier. I think Tsukinogi and Winflet are definitely the wrong tier. I don't know where I'd place them, but I feel like at least like B minus, a little higher maybe be okay. And then 9 Color Deer, I think it's pretty bad. Oh, don't worry, Light. I don't think Winflet's a good unit, and I would never personally use Winflet. But I think for a general player, Winflet could come in clutch if they need it, right? And now we have one more class to go through. We have the specialists, and I can already see Kirinato up here. We got only the specialists to go through. This is our 3rd stream looking at this tier list. The first 2 were nightmares. This 3rd one's pretty bad also. But, specialist, EX tier. Kirinato, Texalter, Ella. Ella. I think Ella is good. I don't know if Ella is EX. But I haven't really made use of Ella lately. So I could be wrong, right? But Ella, I do think Ella is really strong because Ella breaks the Trap Master mechanics, where normally your traps have to be used proactively, so you have to set them up beforehand. But Ella breaks that because her mines can be used reactively. And the fact, yeah, the mines, CO3 mines are, it's just so broken, right? It's just so broken.
Asleep again.
Done a
lot of work already.
So I can see Ella being in the X tier. So okay, I have to specify because a lot of people are talking about IS right now, right? But unless they specify it's specifically for IS, this tier list is not looking at IS. You have to keep that in mind, okay? Unless they specifically says IS, it just means general usage. You're fine, Light. You just got here. You're fine. You didn't know. So yeah, I think Ella, I could see her being really strong. Oh, you just mean she's good against tanky units. Okay. What's up, Autumn? How you doing today? Hello, hello indeed. You said you can see Text Alter 1 tier lower. I disagree. I think Text Alter is... I like Text Alter more than Yato Alter, personally. I don't know how popular of an opinion that is. But personally, I use Text Alter way more than I use Yato. And I think I really wanted to like Yato a ton more than I do. Things being immune to stun means she doesn't always work. Yeah, but you just bring skill 2, right? Her skill 2 goes insane. And yeah, the stun for general usage is so much nicer. And then her skill 2, I've been in situations where her skill 2 is fucking super nice. Obviously, like, Yato could probably do similar with her skill 2. But her skill 2 is like... Yeah, I agree. People who said Yato is Texas 2 just straight up lied about it, right?
Asleep again. You've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Really? You think Yato's more useful in IS? I'll try using Yato more in IS then, but I use Texas in IS all the fucking time. Ascalon, I don't have her, so... But I hear Ascalon's really strong. I hear she really, really strong. Depends on IS. Texas reigns supreme in IS3. Yeah, the IS3, Texas broke that shit. Ascalon, again, like I said, I don't have her, so I don't have that many strong opinions. I immediately would like to ask why Gladia is an S tier. I thought we weren't looking at niche knights, right? Tier listed for a general player. A general player isn't gonna fucking use Gladia. You're fucking lying to me if you're saying someone's gonna be using Gladia. That's a goddamn lie. No regular fucking player is like, oh yes, Gladia. That's the option I'm gonna bring. You're high. You're fucking high. Musu PP? We are not looking at niche. Niche nice is not a consideration for the tier. Is she a good lane holder? Oh, she's the one with the regen and damage reduction. Oh, okay. I didn't realize she was the one that brought damage reduction. I knew she had regen, but I didn't realize she also brought damage reduction. So maybe I could see her being good. But S? Really? S tier? You think she belongs in S tier? In the same tier as Spectre?
Asleep again.
Gladius skill 2 is like a guardian.
Done a lot of work already, so I'll let
Spectre
you have 10
overrated?
minutes.
I agree, but I think Spectre's good. You'd rather bring Gladian than Blaze? That's crazy. But Blaze is pretty bad these days. As someone who likes Blaze. Yeah, Blaze is pretty bad these days. The only reason Blaze is somewhat relevant again is because her skin and because her altar coming, right? It's the only reason she's gonna be relevant again. I think Blaze is a good unit for like general players, right? Okay, I want to specify. I just mean like for like high-end players. Like if you're like, if you got all the like a shit ton of units built, you're not gonna bring Blaze, I think, right? For general players, Blaze is great. But I'm for like my purposes, like why the fuck am I gonna bring Blaze? No offense, I love Blaze, but like I'm just not bringing her. I maybe don't know enough about Gladia then, because I don't know if I would put her in S, but that's just me not looking into niche knights, so I just know nothing about Gladia, I guess. Phantom and IS specifically is S- apparently. I'm still not going to build him for IS. I have him built, I should specify. but I am not going to get his IS module because fuck that guy. I feel like I really wanted to like him. I really wanted to like Phantom on release, but then I learned you can't deploy his clone unless he's deployed. And then that killed it for me. That immediately killed it for me. Why are we ranking him on IS? Certain units are that got like IS specific modules got rated just for IS, but they get an IS and a general ranking. Like if you look at like Rosemontis, they I think they just added these because Rosemontis wasn't here before. But I thought Rosemontis IS module power crept was though. That's what I heard. So what's up with that? What's up with that? You remember being so happy when he came home? Not so much when he kept getting one shot in stages. Yeah, I wanted to love Phantom, but then he just didn't perform. And I'm just not willing to give him a chance in IS, even with his IS module, because I'm so jaded with his performance from previous. I wish you could deploy his clone without having him out. It's more conditional but super high ceiling? Yeah, but that's the point, right? We're rating them based off of their ceiling for a general user. That's the point of rating the IS units, right? Anyways, I'm not sure about Phantom IS because I have not looked into his IS usage. Weedy? I don't use Weedy, but I think this push can be really good. Phantom with IS mod has to compete with all the other high value specialists. Yeah, this motherfucker is trying to fight for a slot when I could just pick up Texas or Yato, and I'm just not doing that. Like, if I picked up Texas already, I'm gonna pick up Yato. And if I already picked up Yato and Texas,
You've done a lot of work already, so
I might pick up
I'll let you
Ella.
have 10 minutes.
But even then, I'll pick up Mizuki before I pick up Phantom, because I already have 2 fast redeploys at that point. Weedy skill 2 best lane holder. Real ones remember the Queen of CC. Yep. Yep. I think Weedy is useful. He's so versatile. I am not willing to give him that chance. Other people can, but I will not. I'm sorry. I think Weedy's not bad though. I think it's a really strong push. Especially Whistle Summon, right? Personally, not something I'm very interested in, but she's been pretty good. She's been pretty good previously, for sure. A+. I think Lee probably goes in S-. Because I think if he can break certain mechanics, you just go higher in a tier. Mizuki, I think goes in S, but I'm giga biased. From everything I've heard of Dorothy, this bitch is in S also. Yeah, I don't use Dorothy, but everything I've ever heard about Dorothy says this bitch goes in S tier. So I think 3 of these units are in the wrong tier. Ethan, the only reason I wouldn't put Ethan in S tier is because I think Mizuki is probably stronger than Ethan. So I am willing to put Ethan 1 tier lower than Mizuki. And if I'm putting Mizuki in S tier, I'm willing to put Ethan in S-. But I do think Ethan is super good. I think Ethan is giga good.
Again. We've done a lot of work
Actually,
already,
biggest
so
Ian
I'll let
Mizuki
you
simp?
have 10
Fuck you.
minutes.
Ethan is best binder? I agree. I agree. I think Ethan is one of the few units everyone should build. he has a lot of RNG, but in certain situations, he just breaks certain mechanics also, right? The bleed against those fucking any of the ones that are like I die and turn into a spirit or some shit. Like that shit goes crazy. You can't tell me otherwise. That shit goes crazy. Light, I saw your message. I see you deleted it now, but I saw your message. I think you said something along the lines of Dorothy has a high ceiling, but you think the general player won't use her? I think I agree that most general players might not understand how to use her properly, but I don't think that diminishes where she should be placed. I don't agree though, Vane. I don't agree. Orange is there, I agree. But if you're using skill 2 rather than skill 1, or like relying on skill 1, I think you're gonna be fine. Tin Man! The issue with Tin Man is I'm not using him outside of IS. In IS, he fucking great. I am not gonna lie. This man's been fucking great for my IS runs. EX tier in IS for sure. For sure. As a Spec Knights player, Ethan has ruined so many runs. Oh, wow. You hate yourself, Smoj. You want Tin Man? Just play IS. You'll get him. He comes free with your Xbox.
You've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Outside of IS, I have no opinion on that Tin Man. I'm gonna be honest. I don't bring him outside of IS. Swire and Ak an A-. I feel like Ak is at least A, right? Ak is at least A. And then if you want to grief players in Icebreaker games, this man's going to be EX. For sure. This man's EX tier if you fucking want to grief people. Yeah, cool unit, bro. Would be a shame if I shot them in the face. I think Swire is interesting. I don't own her. I wish I had her. But I don't know how good she is. I will say I love her I think it's her skill 3, where she literally gets like a penny shot, right? She just shoots people with fucking coins essentially. Where the 5-star specialist, you're gonna puke. I've said it, but in general, I think the people who made this tier list place all the 6 stars and then put every other unit below the 6 stars. There seems to be some exceptions here and there, right? There was some exceptions previously also. But that's it feels like that's what they've been doing on this tier list, and I think it's pretty stupid. Check next tier. J is in B+? Nah. Put some respect on Jay's name, man. What? Nah, you gotta put some respect on my boy's name.
Asleep again.
Jay is so good.
You've done a lot of work already,
What?
so I'll let you have 10
Jay
minutes.
is like at least A, if not A+. I wouldn't put him in S. I think S is a little crazy. I will say that much. Maybe A- is the lowest I'm willing to put him. But B? It's B+, but still, putting me in B tiers rather than A tiers is mental. Phantom? Like I said, I've had a bad time with Phantom. So I think B is probably where he deserves to be. Kazemaru. I don't use Kazemaru, but I've heard good things about her. I have heard good things. And from what I hear, I've read what fucking Seismic was said. From what I hear, Kazemaru should be higher. Yeah, Kaze's not bad. right? What's Contrail? That's a great question. I have no clue. Let me look them up. Oh, it's this one. It's the blocks aerial units one. It's the super janky one. I don't know if Contrail is good. Contrail is a unit that will fly into the air and block air units. Which then enables Rosemontes to attack them. Yes. I don't know if I would rank Contrail based off of Rosemontes though, right? I think that would go against the tier list or the rules that they've broken themselves many a time.
Asleep again. You've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
She's actually just a Lord Guard that can't be targeted by ground enemies. I see. What's her range? She gets 2 range in front of her. It depends on what she's blocking also. That's a good point. She might just get 1 shot. She is a 4-star, right? She's a 4-star. I have not seen Contrail in action, so I cannot give an opinion on Contrail at all. Because I didn't even know about Contrail until like last week. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, her skills gave her more range. Interesting. Oh, she does literally just turn into a Lord Guard, huh? See, I can't properly give an opinion on her because I literally didn't know she existed. She's not even in the game yet, right? They rated her because she's about to be in the game. So, she comes tomorrow? It's Tuesday. What? I thought the event drops on Thursday. It's Tuesday right now. Am I crazy? Wait, did I misremember what fucking day this event starts? When's this event supposed to drop? 24th. It is Thursday. Okay. Unfortunately, I won't be streaming on Thursday, but I will be streaming Arknights on Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm sure everyone's gonna have pulled by then, but if you want me to pull for you, I will. Smile. But I will be saving my pulls for Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Smile. Anyways, so yeah, I just don't have an opinion on Contrail because literally they didn't exist until
Asleep again.
they don't exist.
You've done a lot of work already.
And I
I'll
don't
let you have
actually look
10
at the
minutes.
CN scene like I used to, right? I've been enjoying not looking into the CN scene and just enjoying not truly like blind, because obviously I know like what units are coming here and there, but I've been enjoying like seeing the units' abilities more so, like when they come out and actually using them. Autumn, yeah, this tier list in general has been whack, but bombing seems not terrible, I feel like. Wow, Crown Slayer and B. I heard Crown Slayer like giga bad, but I don't think Crown Slayer's gonna be that bad. I don't think she's gonna be very useful. Don't get me wrong. Actually, yeah, she's probably pretty bad. Anyways, let me continue looking at this tier list. They said we're not looking at CC though, right? In the introduction, they specifically state we're not looking at CC. Yeah. Crown Slayer deserves better than where she is, I think. But I think red is probably more useful. Yeah. Manticore's not bad. Cliffart's not like F Eater's not bad. Like these are decent units. Iana's B-? Gravel B-? Nah. Nah, bruh. Sorry, I know we just basically skipped the entire B tier, but Gravel B minus is crazy, dog. What kind of drugs are these motherfuckers smoking? What?
Asleep again.
Gravel's so
Done a lot of
good.
work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
What the fuck do you mean Gravel's B minus? There's been times where I'm like, Red can't fucking do it. I gotta use Gravel. I think I don't use Iana a lot, but I think Iana is super cool. I think Iana deserves better than this. Frost, I haven't made that much use of, so I can't give a strong opinion on Frost, but I think she's probably better than B minus. Robin, I genuinely have no opinion on. No offense. Then use Iana? You want to see it? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, Crow? Yeah, sorry I just skipped the entire B tier, but this was too crazy for me. B tier, I just feel like it's all mismatched, but like I don't have a strong enough opinion about any of them specifically to just fight for them like that. But I do think Red is probably at least A tier, like A minus. Because Red is so good. Waifu? And then they spelled her name wrong? The fucking disrespect. They didn't even spell her name right. Oh, it's 2 A's. It's not 2 I's. Oh. The silence is so good. Like, obviously, like you're gonna use Slapland or someone else instead, probably, or like Texalter 1, or even J1. But like, just placing down a unit for silence effect is like not bad. I feel like, right? Like, look at the boss, right? Look at the boss. We just have this event, right? You fucking place her down right before the boss dies, and he just skips all of phase 2. All of phase 2 disappears. I don't know if y'all knew that, but yeah, someone mentioned it in chat, and I definitely used it. If you if you silence the boss before you kill them, they just had no phase 2. They just skipped it. The boss just died, right? So like, silence effects are strong. Yeah, it might have been you, Alex. It might have been you. I don't remember who did it, but someone mentioned it to me. The boss had a phase 2. Kafka is okay. I think I've heard Crow talk of Kafka a bit, or was it K-Total? One of y'all. This event? I think this event, right? Wait, which?
Doctor,
what was this event?
It's been a
Hold on.
while since I
It was
left
this
London
event. Yeah, this
to be on
event,
board
right?
as a Rhodes Island operator. It's about time you treat me as an operator too.
Yeah, this event.
It's hard for me to do anything if you're always on your toes around me.
Kafka Sleep Gang? Ah, sleep is a strong effect, I think. And deserves better than C+ because it's a strong effect. I don't know how useful sleep is for like individually, but being able to stall just means that gives them some value, right? Like, I don't like, obviously when you're using a sleep team, you want to like find synergies. So like Kafka by herself, maybe not the best, but I just think bringing a unit that can stall, it's like bringing Spectre, right? It's like bringing Spectre. You stall them. And so stall is just a good effect. That's my thoughts. I don't have that much opinion about this tier. I like Shaw, but I know Shaw's not like the greatest, right? I like Shaw, but is Snowstorm really the same tier as Rope? Really? Wait, Clifford was in B, right? Is Snowstorm that bad? They still kept pumping up for shit 5 stars? Nut for Shaw? Truly. And then C minus Almond? Spria. Sorry. Kirana probably deserves better. I don't know much about Verdant, but Spria I feel like is fine being pretty bad. But she does have her buff, right? But Kirana definitely should be somewhere else. I've heard, was it Syrup? Syrup really tried using Spurria, but it just didn't fucking work out. She's best with Channel or Wisdom, I see. I see. But what did Cubic say about Benna? Benna is the ultimate I don't die operator. Having almost 50%. He gets 50% damage reduction? Or damage resistance? That's pretty high. I didn't realize it was that high. That probably means she does more than the bare minimum, which is what C minus is apparently, right? And the tier list said C minus means they're doing the bare minimum at least. Dude, Ceylon's F tier. You can't convince me otherwise. Put that bitch in the dirt. Put that bitch in the dirt. She got range? Yeah, but she don't heal much. She basically doesn't heal. Who cares if she has range if she's healing 0? Yeah, I don't really have strong opinions about Vernon and Kirara, but I've heard decent things about Kirara. Vernon, I've actually not heard much about. In general, this tier list sucks dicks. Put the tier list in a tier? If I had to put this tier list in a tier, according to the 2 tier lists I've ever looked at, the first one we looked at, I would put it an F. And then this tier list, I would also put an F. Actually, no, it's probably more of a D. Oh, sorry, C minus. Actually, I don't think it's hitting the bare minimum. So I'm putting it an F. What's up, Desta? Yeah, there is no D tier, apparently, you know? Anything below C minus is apparently failings. So I don't think that's how it works in the school system, but apparently that's how it works here. That's how you know they got Asian parents. You guys C minus? You die now. I can say that. I'm Asian. I have Asian parents. I can say that, okay? Oh, God. I remember my dad one time was like, oh, if you get an F, that means the F is like a gun. That means you shot yourself. You've ruined yourself. I was like, what? What are you on about, dog? That's the legit. That's what he said to me. Fucking. He was like, F? You got an F? That means it's a gun, and you shoot yourself. You've ruined your entire schooling. I was like, what are you fucking on about? My dad's English was not good. I should specify. That man never fully learned English. That man learned broken English and broken Spanish. So when he would speak, he would combine Korean, Spanish, and English in a fucking sentence. And I'd be like, dog, please. What are you saying right now?
Asleep again. You've done a lot of work already.
Good
so
times,
I'll let
good
you have
times.
10 minutes.
Oh God. Good times. Hey, this tier list sucks dicks. This tier list sucks dicks. I think anyone who can break a mechanic goes in the X. And Nymph, I hear Lapland can do it, but I don't own Lapland. I haven't seen Lapland because I have not watched CN gameplay. But from what I hear, Lapland does what Nymph does, but better. So they should both be an EX tier in my opinion, because if you break mechanics, you're breaking the game at that point. So you deserve to be in a tier that says you're breaking the game. And then having empty tiers is the stupidest thing for a tier list. Because why the fuck are you making a tier list and then not using them? Now you're just forcing yourself to group a bunch of operators together that should not be grouped in the same tier. Nightingale shouldn't be an A+ anyways. This bitch should be an S+ probably. At least S, right? Fucking, this was giga disrespectful. Sardi and S-. What is fucking wrong with you? That bitch is S+. That bitch has been relevant since the beginning of the game. The game came out, and she's been good immediately. And she's never fallen off, basically. I can agree she was probably better than her. But, like, that's why I said S+ and not EX. I will say I miss Game Press event list / summary. Because they were really good at being like, oh yes, this is the next event, before Yostar would announce the next event. So like, it was easy for me to just look up Game Press and see when the next event's gonna start up. So like, I will miss that. I'm gonna say that much.
Asleep again.
Sorry if there's any art statement machine into Aya. Yeah!
So I'll let you have 10 minutes.
You got a question for getting a B? Dude, Asian parents, man, I'm telling you. Them fuckers crazy. Anyways, don't worry, I saw that crack a pack. We're gonna open up another Scarlet and Violet. We have one more Scarlet and Violet. And then I have 2 booster bundles of 151. And then we have 4 Evolving Skies. And then I'm gonna be out of packs. So I don't know what the plan is after that. Well, I ripped this open terribly, but... Bless me. I'm sneezing so much lately. I don't know why. Cap's a kid? If it'll fucking focus, please. Please, camera, work with me. I'm begging you. Alamola? Camera, you're fucking gonna piss me off. I'm gonna scream. I hate my camera sometimes. I hate this camera sometimes. Pomo? Yeah, you should definitely build Saria. Saria's insanely goated. Toad School, Toxicity, Mousehold, Procalor, Kirlia, which I'm gonna have to run this now if I'm gonna run the Gardevoir deck, right? Because the good Kirlia got rotated out from my understanding. Another Houndstone, and Gyarados EX. Ooh, water! Gyarados EX. Is he good? Question mark? 5 energy? 180 damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon already has any damage counters on it, this attack does 180 more damage. I haven't seen that bad. But 5 energy is a little crazy. Damage-wise is okay. Energy-wise, you're fucking mental. How the fuck are you ever triggering that shit? They ranked Saiyan Reckoner on a C on the basis of being a summoner. I think summoners, in general, are bad.
I'll let you have 10 minutes.
I'm gonna say it. I think summoners in general are bad. Because why the fuck would I bring a summoner to take up more slots when I could just deploy more units? First dibs on the EVs? Hold up, let me grab something for you. Baxcalibur can fuel Gyarados in 1 turn? No, Baxcalibur can't, because Baxcalibur can't evolve to Baxcalibur on turn 1. But technically yes, but even then, like, you would still need to run like you would need to run Baxcalibur, so you can't rare candy on turn 1. You can't evolve on turn 1, even as a second player. So, but yeah, even if you were going to run that Gyarados, you would need to bring like Monkey Dory, right? We're in Esviera. Stage 2s are acceptable now. Or Mimikyu? No. Mimikyu? What does Mimikyu do? The reason I said Monkey Dory was because you can move damage counters from your Pokemon onto the opponent's Pokemon, which would then activate Gyarados EX's ability. Yeah, no, you're not thinking what I'm. You're not following what I'm saying, dog. Because Gyarados does 180 damage, but he does 360 if they have any damage on them. So if you get damage, you then move a damage counter back and then just murder them. That's what I'm saying. Right? Anyways, hold up. This is my little baby collection so far
Sleep again.
of Pokemon cards.
You've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
And then, you know, it's a small collection. We got some of the evolutions down here. But then the major hits are in my other binder that I picked up. Smile. Yeah. I'm so glad I got this Rabombi. I wanted this Rabombi, and the fact that I hit it on like the second to last Journey Together pack I had, my camera's not focusing, is it? I'm gonna scream. Yeah, but the fact that I hit it on the second to last pack, I was so happy. And then where's my other Lily's Clefairy? I have a second Lily's Clefairy. Hold up. It must be in the stack somewhere. I have a second Lily's Clefairy. Oh, there it is. Oh, and a Gita. I should probably save that. Oh, no, they are sleeves. I mean, I should probably put that in there. So we got 2 Lily's Clefairies in that booster box. And then we hit this Gita also, right? Was the Gita in this? This was from Obsidian Flames. I only pulled 1 Hopzation, man. I only had one. How the fuck I only hit 1 Hopzation, dog? Why they gotta do me like that? I wanted to build a Hops deck. Why they had to do me like that? Gita's such a weird character. I don't even know what Gita does. It's such a greasy. What the? Oh, he's such a hater, dog. What the fuck? What the fuck? Hop is mid? Yeah, but Hopzation kind of go crazy, right? I'm thinking of building a deck IRL, which is why I wanted the Hops deck.
Again.
But I'm thinking of maybe trying to build that Gardevoir deck that's going around with the... You know what I'm talking about? The Gardevoir Lily... plus... What is it? Drifloon? It's a Pokemon you're supposed to use as an opener. I see. Oop. She battles like trash. I wish they made like the elites in Pokemon like giga fucking good. I wish they made them genuinely scary as like battlers. Gardevoir EX works after a Kirlia rotation. It does actually. It actually does. It got first in 2 different tournaments very recently. Cubic. Like within the past week, I think. Or maybe 2 weeks, but... Do I actually play TCG Live? I played for a bit, dropped it, and I'm picking it back up now. I played, I played on and off twice. The first time I played was back in the day when, it was Seismitoad EX meta. Smile. And then I dropped it, and then I picked it back up like a year or so ago. played for a little bit, dropped it, and then I'm picking it back up again. But now I'm also collecting IRL. Because last time I didn't collect IRL. Summoners niches clearing maps is extremely low number of operators. The 5 summoners we have. Before I read all this, I just want to say the tier list said they're not looking at niche knights. So that shouldn't matter. Anyways. Yeah, they said, oh, sorry. We're not looking at advanced niche knights players. That's what they said, I think, right? No, dude, saying advanced niche knights? Okay, stop sucking your own dick, dog.
I've done a lot of work already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
The 5 summons provide a good utility if they're not covering the map. Plus, their summons can be used as backup in case your regular ops are out of commission. Sandrock can choose none of these 3, yet he can do anything, hence the C. Yet they assume he can do anything, I see. Yeah, I've never read a single Game Press article. Seismitoad Fun Police. People are crying about Badoo. That's why I was so surprised to see Badoo when I came back. Because Seismitoads was a nightmare. I can't believe they printed Badoo. I went to a card shop, my local card. I've been going to my local card store like once a week these days. And when I went on Friday last week, they actually had a tournament going. It was like so I kind of want to try and get my deck built quickly, so I can join in. But yeah, they had a tournament going. It was sick. I watched. So I got to actually see them play some Pokemon. Because before, whenever I went, no one's actually playing Pokemon, so it was nice to see them actually play. Do people not use Suicide Duskull? Some decks do, from my understanding. I don't know how popular those decks are, but I've definitely seen some people use it. I don't know if it's like strong into the meta. But with Kirlia rotating, I've seen variants of the Gardevoir deck where they actually use Zoroark as their draw engine. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but I have seen people do it. But I think the more popular option is going to be Mew EX with Restart and just using that as your draw engine once you run out of cards, right? And then obviously Pheasantipity, because Pheasantipity is like giga good.
Asleep again.
You are going to get knocked out, especially if you're using like Drifloom and shit, right? Because you're going to basically put yourself to 10 HP. And then with Lily's Clefairy, it's pretty good too. Lily's Clefairy is pretty good. Dragapult's still pretty meta, right? Sorry, we're going off on a tangent. Just completely went on a tangent there. Yeah. I'm excited to open my extra packs. So like we have one more Scarlet Violet here, right? I am going to be opening these. I don't intend on reselling. But we have 2 booster bundles of 151s. I'm not sure if I'm going to open this one though. I might just keep this for collection purposes. ETB for Journey Together. And also I might open this one because I think I might just be able to find another one because they're pretty common. These aren't selling that great, so like I my card shop had like 5 of them, and it's been like a week since it's been out or longer, right? They still have like 5 of them, so apparently it's not that popular. You would say open the ETB if you have a deck you want to run? Naruhodo. Before rotation, you had 400 HP plus Heatran VMAX deck and was nearly unstoppable. Keck. Yeah, I found an old stack of Pokemon cards I had. And like, I was like, oh my god, look at all the fairy types. They're dead, Jim. They don't exist anymore. All the fairy types. Nothing like super good in here, but I mean, fairy types don't exist anymore in the TCG, so.
Asleep again.
I was like, awesome.
Already, so I'll let you have 10 minutes.
Dragon Shield matte sleeves. Naruhodo. Naruhodo. Alright. Well, that's the end of the tier list. What time is it? Oh my god, it's 2 a.m. I do have to go and eat. I didn't eat. I ate like 3 tacos today, I'm gonna be honest. So I should probably eat before I go to bed. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but I'm gonna eat something. You're glad they got rid of fairy types? Just fairy was a I feel like balancing wise, fairies were an issue, so they just dropped them. Which would make sense. Who are we gonna raid today though? Let me think. Yeah, tomorrow we're gonna be playing Fights in Tight Spaces. I've been meaning to play it for a while. Arcadia gifted it to me a while back, but I didn't actually like play it yet. Raid who? Zopni? Zopni. If I don't find a name here, okay, I found the name here. Are they playing Arknights? They're not playing Arknights. This ain't Arknights. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? That's a fun-looking game. What? Fights in Type Spaces? It looks interesting. I don't think I've ever met Tibbs. We'll go rate them. Screw it. I'm fine with meeting new people. / raid. Tibbs. Let's go with some good old Rainy Ayayas. If you're not a sub, you can use 100 channel points to get the Rainy Ayaya emote. Slime time. Or you can sub. Don't die, everyone. Let's see. Join Discord if you haven't. It's not when I go live. Check me out on YouTube. Smile. For the YouTube supporters, I appreciate your support. Y'all are doing work truly. Again, next stream is gonna be tomorrow, or I guess today. It's past midnight now. But at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, we're gonna be playing Fights in Tight Spaces. It's a deck building roguelike-y fighting game, I think. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's like it's a deck building fighting game, at least. I don't know if it's a roguelike. But yeah, it looked neat. I want to try it, so we're trying it, finally. I've been meaning to try it. And again, I won't be streaming Arknights on Thursday, sadly, but I will be streaming it on Friday. And hopefully I will be getting Lapland without breaking the bank, because I really don't want to break the bank. Night, everyone. Don't die, don't die. But if you are, give me all your stuff first. Wow, okay, Total. Is that how it is?